Baseball is dead.
Rest in peace.
Only Dallas Braden could take my night and make it about him. Only Dallas Braden could do that. I think ultimately we still took the night back in the end. The moment belonged to me. But for a second, it belonged to you a little bit too much for my liking, Dallas.
For a second, it felt like I might have been the one who was catching vibes on Section 10 night, right? Is that kind of what you were getting at? Yeah,
kind of a little bit, yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, last night at Fenway Park was Section 10 night. And we were at Kowloon. Shout out to Kowloon, by the way. We're in the zip up right now. Anyone at the YouTube channel, peep that. And Dallas was like, let me text my producer, see if we can get you on the broadcast. And I was like, cool. That'd be cool. You know, the Red Sox like TV broadcast, they didn't ask to have me. They had me on the pregame, but not during the game. So Dallas was like, let me see if I can get you on. I was like, that'd be badass. So shoots me the text, bottom of the fourth. All right, cool. I'll be up there, no problem. We get up to the booth, and through the glass, because it's like all the broadcast booths are connected, I did see Will Fleming, the Red Sox radio broadcaster. Gave him the head nod as I'm in the A's TV broadcast booth. They're next door to each other. So I get in there, and the Red Sox are winning 2-1, and then very quickly the situation starts to deteriorate to where I leave the booth. Mm-hmm. The A's are winning 4-2.
Chased out of the booth.
Yeah, my ERA on TV, I'm realizing, very bad, but not on great. Radio, different story. So while I'm in there with Jenny and Dallas, I was like, Jenny asked me a question, and I was like, I just gotta say, I really hope a ball comes up here so that I can just make the catch right in Dallas's face. Like the parade that this man has thrown himself for catching a Mike Trout foul ball, it's got to stop, and I believe it stops with me. I am the one to stop it. Ball did not come up. I ended up being in there not just a half inning. I was in there for a full inning, and no ball. However, Will Fleming, who saw me in the A's booth, was like, "Get your ass over here." I was like, "All right." Popped out the A's TV, hop on the Red Sox radio, and almost immediately, Romy Gonzalez hits a foul ball that I was ready to make a play on. If you see the video, I pop up into a very athletic position, ready to make a play, hands ready. The ball just didn't come my way, and it goes straight to Dallas. And if you watch the video, so shout out to Mikey Eman. This is why we have the best content team in the world. Mikey Eman was rolling on it. He didn't get the aftermath. He got the ball coming up to Dallas. Everyone's reaction to it. The video on the broadcast is great because you get to hear Dallas's reaction in real time. But the video that we have is everyone's reaction up close. Like you are POV in the booth. It's a whole to do. So I think like the only thing I think I could muster was like, there's no way. Like, there's no way. And then probably like a half inning later, like Will's talking about something to do with the game. Like, oh, like let's see if he'll bunt here. And I was just like, I can't believe that happened. Like I'm just mumbling to myself about Dallas. Like, I don't know, maybe 6 plays later. It's like 15 minutes. Like everyone else has moved on, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, Will. I cannot believe that happened.
It was the single greatest stroke of luck the baseball gods have ever bestowed. I mean, there's been some other pretty sweet moments. I'm not going to lie, but to have Johnny Dasco, the guy who has been absolutely fucking crushing me. Since the minute that ball caught him, I'll say he caught his foul ball and has just been wearing me out. Our players were wearing me out. My partners wearing me out. At home, getting worn out for not having a foul ball like Johnny Dasco does. How come you don't have a foul ball like Uncle Dosky? My kids say. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Dude, I will send you out of the house right now. You don't even work. I couldn't tell you how happy I was because it was the emotion came flooding from both sides. It was like I was a completely barren estuary. And really, from both sides, the floodgates literally opened up and just flooded me with emotion. It was great. You to the left, Dosky to the right, just me and my ball right in the middle. It was picturesque. It was storybook-esque. It's what the people wanted in the moment. I mean, you tried to draw up the play, Jared. You tried to draw up the play, and the baseball gods were like, I think I hit something about a foul ball and Fenway. Yeah, we got it. Whack. Yeah. What happened? Oh, shit. Wrong guy. Wrong dude. Yeah. It's unfortunate. You know, it was great. I just felt like the way that the day was unfolding, there was a lot of good energy coursing through my veins already. Had an awesome time at the House of Blues, checking out all the Section 10 fans, BID fans that were there as well. I did get to meet a couple lovely young ladies at the merge table. I met another lovely young lady actually on the way out, was stopped, asked to take a picture. Buddy, I got to tell you, the female fan base, as far as baseball is concerned, I don't know if it's just Section 10, if it's baseball is dead combined. And I mean, my goodness, it put a smile on my face to see just the rabidness that comes with either demographic. Doesn't matter. So it was a great time. And I just felt like something special was going to happen. Baseball gods didn't disappoint, man. I'm just a vehicle for this, Jared. That's all I am. You know, I'm just a vehicle. Like it's whatever. Like, you know, those are things that happen. I'm just right place, right time.
Jayhay, what do you think the odds are of like that scenario unfolding the way that it did? Like Dallas getting a Mike Trout foul ball, then the A's promptly coming to Boston, me being in the booth talking about wanting a ball to come up there, leaving and being directly next door for a ball right to Dallas Braden again for a second time in 10 days?
So I'll answer it this way. I saw it as a viewer, a consumer of content on the internet from my home. And my initial reaction, I don't know whether you're going to like this or not, but my initial reaction was, yeah, that's about right. I honestly, I'm not playing it up. I really wasn't that surprised. I just said, yeah, Section 10 night, Dallas got a ball.
Section 10, yeah. Like that's the other element of it. It was Section 10 night, and Dallas got a ball hit right to him after I was just sitting right there. That's the second time that's happened this year. We had when they unveiled the City Connect jerseys, the Red Sox had us up on the monster front row, and the second that I got up, Matty O hit a ball right to the chair that I was sitting in.
Didn't he hit it? Who caught? Didn't Milky end up with it? Who ended up with it?
Steve.
Steve. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like the video is outstanding. Like Dallas hits us with the discount double check, and then just had it in the bag. Who do you think you are? I am.
I'm thinking about it now too, because I think my expectations for every single person and thing involved are completely warped from what they should be, because my expectation was like, I saw that Dallas get the foul ball on Section 10-9, and I was like, yep. I like, you know, I was like, yep. And then I went on to other things. And then I saw I saw on social and in our work Slack that Mike, as you mentioned, got it, he knew it was coming. And I thought, yep. All right. Very, very cool. But it was like almost like I would have been more surprised if, you know, you had gotten the baseball and Mike had just gotten the aftermath, which is of course the more likely scenario. But
yeah, just outrageous. My caption was truly unbelievable. The baseball gods are demented.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like that's just proof that the baseball gods exist. That
It is.
all those circumstances, like the odds of that happening have to be so minuscule. They have to be.
I got to tell you, it makes me wish I was a little better at baseball because, I mean, just the pure joy and adulation and the high fives. I mean, well, I'll say it. The glory, Jared. The glory, Jayhay, that I received walking down the street last night. Nice catch, Dallas! Sick catch! That's number 2, baby! I mean, it just, like imagine being good at baseball. Like that shit probably happens to you every day.
Yeah, but like think about how awful of a person you have to be that you catch this foul ball and your first instinct is to rub it in the face of your good pal. And then the best part is that because of Mikey's angle, he was behind me. So you see Dallas rubbing it in my face, and then behind Dallas, Johnny opens the curtain. And he's like, "Did he catch it? Fuck, he caught it." Just no one wanting to see you win. Nobody.
Nobody. And Johnny was kind enough to admit the first time around. He said, "You know what? I got to be honest. I was not happy for you. I was not happy for you." He said, I don't know that I'm any more okay with this one. At this point, it feels like, well, if I don't get one today," he said, and he's talking about today. He's like, "If I don't get one of them, I'm done. Like, I'm not getting one back at home. Pittsburgh, it ain't happening." So, because his whole shtick was, look, one, it's cool, like just like perfect games, like they're cool. People have done it though, and so, a foul ball, just like you've caught one, I caught one, we're all good.
Yeah, but now you have 2 and I have 0.
That's right. It's all right. Hey,
you still lost though. Shout out to the baseball gods scripting a walk-off in the 10th inning on Section 10 night. That was also a nice touch. It's like, all right, we'll give you this. Like, I'll make that trade. Dallas gets ball number 2 in exchange for a walk-off in the 10th on Section 10 night. Like, yeah, sure.
Well, it was kind of like Scooble for me. Watching him at home.
What?
Well, he shoves, punches a bunch of tickets, but unfortunately at the end, grand slam, A's win.
Oh, yeah.
I got to see it all. So you got all of it.
Yeah. And that was only like 1 earned.
Yeah. You know what? I mean, do we have anything that you saw last night start to give you any pause about what could start to happen in late leverage? I mean, we saw a guy who's been a world beater really starting to show some vulnerability right now. Maybe it's just the A's.
Yeah, maybe it's just the swinging A's. I think, he's just got the A's are Oldest Chapman's Achilles heel, unfortunately. Yeah, I think anytime you see the Law Dog match up against Chapman, you got to go with the higher on hits.
And they're just spitting on balls too. Like it was a good moment. But like you said, the Red Sox eventually came away victorious. Great read by Nick Sogard. Great read. Or Nate, no, who was that? That was Nate Eaton.
No, Sogard that scored.
Was Sogard?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, big win for the Sox. Big win for you if you take my picks in the Underdog Fantasy app. Because Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Playing their pick'em game is as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats like strikeouts, total bases, home runs, and so much more. You can make entries of all baseball, or you can mix and match across your other favorite sports. You can win up to 100 times your money, and it's a ton of fun. I think I got to put out a pick'em today, Jayhay. It's been a really busy week, but I think today's the day to get back on the horse.
I think it's the best day yet this week to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I met Nick Kurtz on Tuesday, and he just looked exhausted from carrying my pick'ems. He was just like, Can I get a day off, man? Can I have a day of rest?
That is true though, that whenever anybody talks about like his adjusted OPS or, you know, best first baseman debut since X, like nobody mentions like the percentage of Jared Pickham's that he's carrying, right? Like none of these other first basemen age 22 or younger were involved in any of your Pickham's.
No.
Yeah, well, it's a new statistic. It's the WOP plus, like weighted the Pick'em plus.
Yeah, it was quite the scene. But make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared. That's JARED to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash and a special pick on Underdog. That's Underdog Fantasy promo code Jared. Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool moment.
Loved it.
So here's the thing, right? Like I go on the A's broadcast and you know, I get the same treatment on MLB Network where it's like, he's a Red Sox guy. Let's talk about the Red Sox. I can talk all teams. I can talk. I'm a Swiss Army knife. I go in there and Dallas is hitting me with these Red Sox questions, and I get it. Like it's a dumb audience, so like I need to like educate them about the Sox, like an actual playoff team. So I'm speaking to them, and I'm like, hey, you know, this guy and Roman Anthony and this and that. But I want to talk A's. I'm on the A's broadcast. I want to talk some A's. So I'm going up and down the list here, and we're talking some Jay Willie. We're talking some Shea Bangaliers. We're talking about the Law Dog, Brent Rooker. Like I gave a tongue bath to many of the players, and you know what? The longer the list went on of guys that I admired and had respect for, the more I was like,
they're good.
How didn't my prediction of the A's making the playoffs come true?
I know.
Tell me.
You didn't name any pitchers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they stink, huh? Yeah.
Well, they're not as good as the offense.
Learning curves. Thank you, Jayhay. They're not. It just hasn't quite caught up to what the offense has done in terms of progress.
Yeah.
Not all progress is linear.
I guess. Yeah, last thing on Red Sox A's. Here we are again. Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
Jersey on the line. Do your guys know what's at stake today? Yeah, Jersey.
Yeah. They are aware.
Mm-hmm.
They are acutely aware.
Yeah.
So
the stakes could not be lower for Dallas.
I expect.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, I am coming bearing gifts in October, so I expect my jersey to be there as well. I'll have it. It'll be like, hey, yes, it's in the car. Do you want me to go get the briefcase? Can I see your briefcase?
Braden out there playing like he's got nothing to lose.
You said Dontrell Willis? I got you a Reggie Willits.
A Reggie Willits. Oh man.
It's in the mail.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get excited about this one today, Jayhay. This will be the real barometer of how bad the problem is, you know? I think if we come in here on Monday and he doesn't even ask me what jersey I want, like that's when we know we probably have to cut him off.
Why would I ask you what jersey you want? We know how this is unfolding today. We know what you guys need to do, and you know who's in town.
I know. Yeah, very sad. Very sad. It's like, do I even waste my time thinking of what jersey I want is really the question that I have to think about.
The answer is no, because I'm the one winning this bet.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know.
You should make it whoever wins the game for the Red Sox.
I don't
He doesn't like any of the current players.
I can't wear an active roster Red Sox jersey at this point.
But you're not are you wearing these or are you putting them up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'll wear a D-Train. Like that's a fashion statement at this point.
Yeah.
Like I pretty much, I don't know, probably since I was in my like early 20s. Like all the jerseys that I have since then are like retro or like non-active guys.
Maybe just start a Dallas Braden Enemies jersey collection.
Oh.
Yeah. Get like a Maglio Ordonez jersey.
Yeah.
I don't have
just
I
like
don't have a
sort by
Tigers.
highest
fucking Maglio or
sort by
Well, then you
highest
better win
OPS,
today, buddy.
minimum 20 plate appearances against Dallas Braden, and just start
Yeah.
buying those jerseys.
Yeah, like who has like the most hits?
I don't have that much money.
I mean, there's no way I haven't looked at this before, but I want to say like Ichiro maybe.
No, I don't know. We don't need to get into that. Yeah.
No, I'm curious now.
Yeah.
I'm curious now. I want to say Ichiro's up there in terms of like most hits allowed.
It is
Ichiro's
Sean
hitting
Figgins and Eric Ibar.
Eric Ibar owned his ass.
These are all fucking infield hits.
Yeah.
Sean
Mike Napoli,
Figgins.
Marco Scutero.
Oh, Napoli.
Yeah, Napcom.
Yeah.
Napcom.
Yeah, he owned you. 1150 OPS. Jeez.
Just doubles.
Yeah.
Doubles down the line. He did hit
No,
him.
he had a homer.
Yeah, I just said he
Gerald
did hit him.
Laird.
Gerald Laird.
Get
he was a
yourself
catcher for the
Gerald
Tigers.
Laird jersey.
Yeah.
That guy was
Yeah, he
ugly,
was
as far as I recall. No
back
offense.
with who was it him and Saltalamacchia that were kind of paired up?
Yeah, it was Gerald Laird was feasting on me tipping my pitches. That's what happened.
Well, then you have to. That's on you, brother. You got to clean that shit up.
Oh, hey, buddy, I know. I mean, changeup was good enough.
Yeah. See, Ichiro Suzuki 7 hits, 5
Singles.
RBI. You trying to say that there's no damage?
No, RBIs don't count. Nobody cares about RBIs.
Do you have
anyway.
a Beltray? Do you have a Beltray, Jared?
That's it.
I probably have a Red Sox jersey, I bet, but not a jersey.
Beltray was 7 for 16. He hit 438, but his OPS was only 1283 against Dallas. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good enough.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna land on Maglio just because
It's the classic
it's like
one.
he may not have the highest OPS against Dallas, but he definitely hurt his feelings the most.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the guy who still thinks
See,
about it,
and
for
I'm
sure.
I'm the asshole, and I'm the asshole. That's who you are. It's like if I was murdered in
Oh,
some
I got an idea.
ravenous
What is it?
rage. Like you're gonna
What are you
go
thinking?
buy the same shirt that killer was wearing the day he killed me. Like it's
All right,
just an
layout,
homage
Layout, I
to
got it.
Dallas, kind
What
of.
do you got, Jayhay?
You should just, because this is going to go on for a while. I'm sure we'll still be podcasting many decades from now. You should start just getting the collection of people who homered off of Dallas. Just straight up, just the people who took him deep.
A lot of Tigers.
Because that is 41 people.
Oof.
Okay.
That could be like a whole room or wall or whatever.
How many do I already have?
I don't
mean,
know. Let's go through them.
Sure.
Maglio, Brandon Inge, Jose Guillen, Howie Kendrick, Bobby Abreu, Torrey Hunter, BJ Upton, Alex Rios, Napoli, Rayburn.
Does jerseys count? Because I have a Napoli jersey signed.
Okay, so that counts.
I have a Beltray jersey. I have 2 Josh Hamiltons, unfortunately.
Yeah. Do you have a Teixeira? Do you have a Morneau?
No. I got
Jason
a Euclid.
Bartlett? Adam Lind, Andrew Jones would fit. He took Dallas deep once.
I didn't realize that A-Rod took you deep, Dallas.
Yeah. You get
it's
AJ
happened.
Pierzynski.
When was that?
I believe. Was it 09? 09 Yankee Stadium.
Oh, so he did it clean then.
This is your opportunity to get a Taylor Teagarden jersey if you've been looking for an opportunity there.
Fucking Babe Teagarden.
Brent Lillibridge.
Yeah,
A lot of
Rocco
former Red
Baldelli.
Sox.
Yeah. You could get
I love
you could
Rocco.
get a double Guillen jersey. You could get a Jose Guillen and a Carlos Guillen.
Ooh. Would you get if you got an Andrew, does it have to be with the team that they homered off Dallas?
Are you done?
No,
Are you two
not yet.
assholes done?
I would
No,
not get an Elijah
Hideki
Dukes jersey.
Matsui A's jersey would be kind of cool.
It would be cool. I mean,
Yeah.
a Travis Hafner jersey would be sick too. He only got 3 plate appearances against Dallas, but took him deep. A Pronk. You could get a Hank White jersey, Henry Blanco.
What if I got?
All right, I think I'm.
What
done.
if I got a Bobby Abreu Venezuela home run derby jersey.
Ooh. Yeah, but that's confusing, right? Because it's not the jersey that I think it has to be the jersey that they took Dallas deep in
Okay.
for
An
this
Adam
particular
Lind
collection.
Blue Jays jersey could be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be cool in
Yeah.
like a plain white t-shirt kind of way. Cool,
Yeah.
I think Adam Lind would be maybe my last choice on this whole list. No offense
Adam
to him.
Lynn.
No, that can't be
Come on.
true.
No, it probably is.
You would, you'd rock an
Dukes is
AJ
my actual
Pierzynski
last
jersey?
answer. I don't think you can do an Elijah Dukes jersey for real.
Danny Pretty Boy Valencia?
Ooh, that would be good.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Change up, left field.
Yeah. I think he's got like 5 career home runs, and they're all off Dallas.
They're all off lefties.
Yeah. Yeah, so, all right. Sox win today. I got a Maglio Ordonez Tigers jersey. Rawr. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a Tigers jersey. I have a lot. I would have to go through my list. I have a lot of teams checked off for jerseys owned. But I think the ones remaining that I really want, Tigers and Cubs. I don't have a Cubs jersey. I don't have a Tigers jersey, but that Maglio Ordonez jersey is going to be fucking sweet.
Ain't happening, brah. Bayo about to get that bell ring.
Yeah, probably not. Day game Bayo this year has been a demon.
We'll see. He's running the day game swinging.
Baseball's Dead is sponsored by BetterHelp.
But yeah, one of the cool parts about these meet and greets is you get to see the folks that listen to BID Section 10, and when we do the reads for BetterHelp, you get to talk to folks that have heard about BetterHelp through the podcast, who have taken the step to checking out online therapy. And I will say this, because I think like when the BetterHelp reads, they do a good job of being like, doors open, come on in. But I think sometimes like the tone can be like, don't make it too lighthearted. But from talking to people in real life that have discovered BetterHelp through our show, they all said, like, you guys made therapy feel less intimidating because it was like a not so serious thing when you introduced it to us. So that I feel like is, I guess, a tip of the cap to the program that like talking about it on this show works. People finding online therapy through the show, it works. But I think it's because of the way in which we talk about it and sharing personal experience that I think that goes a long way. Because for me, I think I probably would have been like, if I wasn't familiar with it, I would have said, oh, therapy, isn't that like where you just like sit on the couch and talk about like your problems? Like, no, it doesn't have to be. Like, you can talk about like there was someone that was like, yeah, like sometimes like I just have like a good day. Sometimes like I just go in there and like everything's pretty good. And we just like joke and talk about baseball. It's like, yeah, that's what it can be. It's whatever you want it to be. It doesn't have to be like, oh, this happened and then that happened and this is it doesn't have to be like that. Therapy is what you make it. But we turn to some funny places for support, but not everyone is a therapist. Not everyone is the one. Find your right match with BetterHelp. We've all done it before, turning to our barista, hairdresser, or random stranger in the bathroom for life advice. As fun as they are to talk to you about everyday topics, when you're looking for help about relationships, anxiety, depression, or other clinical issues, they may not have all the right answers. Instead, get guidance from a credentialed therapist online with BetterHelp. BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matchmaking work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. A short questionnaire helps you identify your needs and preferences, and their 10 plus years of experience and industry leading match fulfillment rate means that they typically get it right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, switch to a different therapist at any time from their tailored recommendations. It's completely online. You can pause your subscription whenever you need to, and you can switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. It's convenient too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, you can switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can help provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Find the one with BetterHelp, and our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/baseball. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/baseball. Big thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's podcast. We appreciate that. So, the Houston Astros have swept the Texas Rangers, and even after the Seattle Mariners haul off 10 straight wins, as my close personal friend Ben Verlander says, the Houston Astros are inevitable. Is that correct, Dallas? Are the Astros inevitable?
No.
Are they going to win the AL West? Because they're in first place entering play today. What do they have, 10 games left?
9 games left, 10 games left. Look, the Astros are in a great spot. Everybody likes to be in first place. No doubt about that. But this is going to go down to the wire. This is going to go down to the very last game. It will require all of the games to be played. That's why we play them. Yeah, I mean, look, it's fun. It's exciting. Do I like it? I mean, I think I'm over the idea that the Astros have the stranglehold on the division that they've had for over a decade, it feels like. But it's an exciting time because of what the Mariners have done. So my attention, and I'm unapologetic in it, my attention is really about what the Mariners are going to be doing down the stretch, not necessarily what the Astros are doing. I'm really curious to see how they're able to continue their run without Jordan, but that has been something that they've done for a long time. So I think as people start to prop that up as a reason why the Astros could slip and slide and maybe not be who they are showing you to be still, whether it's again, however you want to phrase that. But I mean, most teams, when you lose a guy like Jordan Alvarez and his presence, I don't care what time of the season it is, it feels like you're going to be taking a big step back. And there's going to have to be some guys that step up to give you a little calming effect that tell you, we're going to be all right. Even though we're missing this dude, we're going to be all right. So I think that's what the Astros are having happen right now, is there's guys that are revealing themselves and continuing to step up and continuing to produce in the absence of a guy like Jordan Alvarez. That's how a team like the Astros continues to roll the way they have, is when you need somebody to fill a void, it feels like guys are stepping up and doing just that.
Jayhay, is Astros fatigue, is that clouding Dallas's mind right now? Is they win every single year, and the Mariners are exciting because of Cal Raleigh in the MVP race, and Dallas rooting for Cal Raleigh. Do you think that those are the factors, or can you strip those things away and say, I objectively think the Astros are the better team and they should win the division, or is it something else?
No, I mean, I think the Mariners and the Astros are similarly talented. I think there's something to the idea that the Mariners are a more exciting team or a more exciting story. Certainly the Cal Raleigh story individually is a lot more interesting nationally or big picture wise than any individual story going on with the Astros. And I do think Julio Rodriguez at this point has probably more star wattage and excitement factor than any individual player on the Astros as well. And so, which isn't to disparage Jose Altuve's legacy, of course, but just where he stands and the sort of season Jordan has had, injury plagued. I think I'm not. I don't think declarative statements about the Astros and Mariners are worth a lot at this point, because I just think, to what Dallas said, it's going to go down to the wire. It's a half a game. At any given point, one of these teams looks better than the other. I think the bigger takeaway for me, and the bigger takeaway from the numbers side, is that this was the death blow to the Texas Rangers. That was it. The Astros, we might have X number of games left in the season. The Astros ended the Rangers season in this series. And that is, if you're a Astros fan, if you're a whatever side of that you're on, obviously Connor is on the other side. That's a Texas state rivalry. That is a death blow to their playoff hopes, because the Rangers were lingering and they are no more. They went from 30% to 4% due to this sweep in terms of making the postseason. So that's kind of the greater takeaway from me. And in terms of the remaining landscape, Seattle and Houston, to me, this is Houston's division to lose at this point now because of the way that the schedule lays out. They have, and we need to note, 3 games, Seattle and Houston, starting on Friday. So that is going to go a long way towards determining how this goes. And the Mariners and Astros both line up well with their pitching. It's going to, as of right now, it looks like it's going to be Hunter Brown, Brian Wu, and Framber Valdez, George Kirby in the first 2 games. So no excuses. You get 3 games head-to-head, but the Astros after that, granted it's 6 on the road, but it's the A's, no offense, and it's the Angels. 2 teams that are eliminated
see, that's where,
mathematically.
That's where you start to get a little crazy, just like everybody else starts to get a little crazy. Is you're just looking at the A's like it's a fucking patty cake.
No, I'm not. No, hold on. You didn't let me finish my thought. I'm not looking at that. I know what the offense is like. I know how potent the offense is, and that it's not a walkover, and that they're not playing like it is a walkover. But if you compare having the A's and the Angels against the Rockies and the Dodgers, which is the case for the Mariners, I do think that's a different situation. Obviously, everyone would take rather playing the A's than playing the Dodgers. Would you not?
Yes.
Okay. So that's all I'm saying. And the Angels and Rockies are close enough to being equally shitty that I'm not sure that there's much of a difference in a 3-game series there. So either team could win. I think that the schedule would suggest that Houston has the easier path. But the 3-game series head-to-head is obviously going to say a lot about that.
Yeah, I mean, no, Jordan. Like the last 2 weeks, I mean, Jordan. There's a couple guys, right? Correa, Mr. Pena, that have swung the bat well. Yainer Diaz as well the last couple weeks, but so these are the guys. Jordan was hitting almost fucking 400 over the last 2 weeks, and I mean, just raking entirely since his return in what was it, like late August or whatever. But that's is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? We'll see.
I think what's most impressive, and I know no one is in a hurry to give the Astros credit for anything, but like, let's not forget they lost Alex Bregman in free agency this past offseason and traded away Kyle Tucker. And here they are on September 18th, albeit a half-game lead. First place is first place, brother.
Well, and Jared, it's those 2 things on top of having missed Jordan Alvarez. Like that's something that is a big thing, because having him present makes you feel okay, or it makes those moves digestible to an extent.
You're one big swing away from winning a baseball game, and he's the guy that's going to do it for you.
And if that dude ain't there to take that big swing, that's where you start going, all right, well, which one of you is going to do that? We're going to need one of you to do that.
Yeah, not that, again, like, not that anyone gives a fuck about praising the Houston Astros, but I feel like a lot was made about Jose Altuve when he was struggling. They were like, let's stick him out in left field and yada yada. He's got 22 doubles, 26 homers.
Well, like the other thing that I think sometimes people maybe overlook, and I can understand, because there's been a turnover of sorts. They've got a bullpen that can get outs, man. They've got a bullpen that they can rely on. They've got, obviously, with Hunter and Framber, what they have at the top of their rotation. Yeah, there's real salt to what they are doing. I mean, it's just I think it's a combination of the Astros fatigue that people are tired of hearing about, how they're able to put this thing together year in, year out.
Can I just say, I don't have Astros fatigue, because it would be different if it were like the Yankees of the 90s. It's like, I'm sick of Jeter, I'm sick of Posada, I'm sick of Bernie Williams and fucking Pettit, and it's the same guys over and over and over again. And Mariano Rivera out of the bullpen. It's like, yes, Carlos Correa came back, but this is essentially a new nucleus of Astros baseball.
So this is why, for the same reason that I would never get tired of an player X fatigue, I won't even say his name, player X fatigue is because when player X is doing things that human X, Y, Z, A, B, C hasn't seen and has never even heard of, then it's tough to get tired of seeing that for me, because that's incredible. And when you have a decade's worth of success like this, and you understand that there has been the turnover and that they have just been able to roll the balls out and do it again year in and year out, that's impressive. I appreciate impressive, extensive success like that. And that makes the climb up the mountain all the more fruitful. Like I would right? Like that's where the badge of honor just becomes a little shinier. Like you lead with that because of what you've been able to do. You've just dethroned. You've just been the David to the Goliath of the division. I don't care which team it is, the A's, the Mariners. I don't care. It's because of what the Astros have been able to do sustained.
I just don't know if I buy this idea that the Astros aren't sufficiently respected either, by the way. Which is basically what we're getting at with this argument, that nobody pays attention to them enough, that people are don't like the, I don't know. I just feel like this is objectively a less interesting team to the vast majority of fans than previous iterations of this same team. I think that's true. And particularly offensively. So you can quibble with that on the pitching side. You can tune in, see Hunter Brown, Framber Valdez. That might be as interesting to you as the previous pitching versions, maybe post Verlander, Garrett Cole versions. But offensively, I think it is unequivocally a less interesting day-to-day watch or follow for baseball fans. And that's okay to say. We're also not talking about a 100-win juggernaut that nobody's paying attention to. We're talking about a team that has a 549 winning percentage, which I think enough attention has been paid to a 549 win percentage, 84 and 69 win team that has off and on led the division for stretches of this season and has a plus 27 run differential. I don't know.
I feel like they've been sufficiently addressed. No,
yeah, we talk about Hunter Brown all the time. We talk about Framber Valdez sometimes for the wrong reasons, but he's certainly been in the Nuggs section of this throughout his dominance as an Astro. I don't know. I understand it, but I don't think anybody's saying that they're not a well-run team. If their fans are saying, well, no, we're still one of the best organizations in baseball or whatever, I don't know that really holds a lot of water for me, because I definitely agree with that. They've hit a lot of the big picture stuff, and not to throw it in Dallas's face, but we've been talking about their pitching. Jason Alexander is slated to pitch in the Mariners series in the third game, and he was a complete afterthought for both the Brewers and the A's before getting to the Astros in the middle of this season. It wasn't an off-season move; it was May or whatever of this year, and he has a 2.76 ERA in 65 innings. That matters.
Jason Alexander, put it like this: Jason Alexander has done what maybe would have been the baseline expectation for the conversations we were having with Clayton Kershaw, right? And even maybe DeGrom, 200. What are you going to get? 12, 15? It'd be great if you got 20 starts. I mean, he's blown past that. But the idea that you have a dude like Jason Alexander who is extremely impactful in what the Astros have been able to do. Small sample size, sure, 11 starts. But the fact that the numbers look the way they do in those 11 starts, that matters.
That will be, that waiver claim could end up being the difference. Lots of things could be the difference, but you could point to that as maybe being the difference between winning the division and not winning the division at the end of the year.
You're absolutely right. There is no question about that, because when you start to, and just like we're, I was giving everybody shit yesterday about the Red Sox, and if they lose this series, you could go back and, that's the fun about this. You can go back and point to any two games you want and go, see if you win those. Just makes it feel a little better for me because it's so recent here and it's going to feel that much more fresh. But you're absolutely right. If Jason Alexander is not doing what he's doing for the Astros, things could look very different for them right now. Very different.
I'm going to start with Jayhay with this question, but and I don't even think that you would pick Red Sox Yankees, but take that off the table. What's the most intriguing playoff matchup that could come out of the American League?
Yeah, I would not pick what you just said. I So I think I really do like the idea that we could hash this whole conversation out in a way in an Astros Mariners playoff series. But I think the most interesting potential payoff in terms of anxiety and what could come from either side, I still want to see Seattle Toronto. Like I just that to me is two fan bases that deserve it. The teams have been as good as any of the other teams, in my opinion, generally speaking, that we could see. And you would be producing a team into the World Series that either has never won or has won so long ago that it's just simply multiple generations ago and kind of irrelevant for today's modern fan. So that's that would be my pick, I think.
Dallas?
Yeah, I think I like the Blue Jays. I mean, it's tough. I hate to even think that I would be saying the exact same series, the Blue Jays and the Mariners. But I picked the Mariners to win the whole damn thing. So I'm inclined to say Mariners Blue Jays just because I like the support that comes along, the excitement that comes along with the Blue Jays. And Blue Jays in October is just a different vibe. I hesitate with the Tigers because it almost feels like, we know why the Tigers have been able to do what they've been able to do and what's been a huge role player in that, and that has been the season that Tarek Skubal has had. Are there other pieces that get you as excited as maybe somebody like Tarek Skubal does? I don't know that that's the case for the Detroit Tigers, to be totally honest. From an offensive perspective, I don't know that you are latching on to multiple guys in that lineup saying, God, I can't miss these at-bats. Not taking anything away from what they've been able to do, but Jay, to the point about what you were talking about with the Astros, 84-win team. Tigers are an 85-win team. They've got off to a great start. World beaters from start to finish in the division. I think that's probably where I'm going to go, though, is I'm with Jayhay. I'm going Mariners, Blue Jays.
I don't disagree with you guys. It's just very funny hearing Dallas talk about the Mariners being like, they're my World Series pick. It'll be a super exciting playoff series. And then hearing the discourse here in Boston about how shitty the Red Sox are, they have the same record as the Mariners. And they have like double the run differential. Like they're a plus 104. The Mariners are a plus 56. And I get it. It's just, it's Roman Anthony. If they had Roman Anthony, I think a lot of us would feel a lot different. They don't. So people feel the way that they do.
I have I understood Jayhay. Like, I'll tell you, man, walking around here and listening to people talk about not having this dude, I feel like I showed up on day 4 to the tomb. Fuck. I just missed the greatest thing that was ever going to happen. Like, I just missed it. God bless it. Like, that's what they're making me feel like. Like, this was the dude who, like, this is the lamb. He has come home. He is going to lead us. And now he can't.
He did. He literally did. The Red Sox were basically a 500 team, maybe slightly below before he got there. And then they got to 15 over with him. And they are, I think after last night, I think they're 1 game under without him now. This is for the second time. They are who they are without him. It's crazy. Is that enough to get in? We're going to find out. But yeah, it's just very interesting hearing you talk so highly about the Mariners and their postseason hopes. And then everyone here in Boston's like, we're fucked, dude. We're fucked.
They were 44-27 with him in the lineup. Like, yeah, so you can like spiritually understand why those people that you were talking to felt that way, because when he played, they were a borderline juggernaut, definite World Series looking team in terms of wins and losses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very different without him, but that's the difference. That's all it takes. Yeah, I need to scrub those thoughts away. The stench of losing Roman is very prevalent with me. Fall's here, guys. Football season, yard work, maybe even hunting trips. But let's be honest. So, by the way, just a side note, I don't ever want to go on a hunting trip. I don't want to hurt animals. Is that weird? It's just not for me.
I've never been on a hunting trip.
Yeah, like I'm obviously not above like eating steak and chicken, fish, but I don't want to have anything to do with the process of getting it to my plate. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're muted.
I'm not really being judgmental on it. I'm just agreeing with you that I've also never been.
Yeah. Well, it sounds hypocritical to be like, I don't want to hurt the animals. I'll eat them, but I'm not going to hurt them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just tell me you're not anti-hunting. Just say that.
I just don't want to be a part of it. If I
That's
was
fine.
anti-hunting,
That's
then
fine.
that means that I
That's
would
fine.
be like a vegetarian.
Well, there's just some people who will take the stance you took and say, how could you do it? Innocent animals, blah, 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 while eating a T-bone. And
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, the animal's so mistreated. It's like, buddy, you have no idea. Like, can you just stop and think to yourself for 1 second what kind of end of life it looks like for an elk in the middle of the wilderness? Like, do you think an elk is being taken care of by its little elk babies? And fucking no, that thing is either dying and withering away, or it's being fucking eaten alive by something because it's too old and can't move and defend itself.
Mm.
That sound fun? Or how about a fucking arrow right through the heart that it never saw coming, and it's down 50 yards from there, having never felt a thing, just lights turn out.
Mm. Yeah, elk heaven. That's what I want to think happens to the elks.
Little elk babies just nursing elk mommies and daddies.
Mm-hmm. But let's be honest, staying fresh can be a challenge. That's why you need to hear about Mando deodorant. From your pits to, well, everywhere else. Mando has high-performance odor control and sweat control that actually lasts all day. Forget those colognes that just mask the stink. Mando blocks odor before it starts. It's one stick, two jobs. That's coverage through double overtime games, that weekend project, and even those extra long pre-holiday shifts. You're good. It's not magic. It's science. I've got plenty of Mando here at the house. Mando has been hooking it up, but I also, once I run out of my my complimentary supply, that goes right back into my grocery shopping list. So I'm always stocked up with Mando. Yesterday was a big time Mando day. Yesterday I was sweating bullets. Yesterday it was like, you can hear it in my voice. I'm tired, man. Like it was one conversation. I was holding court, and everyone was. Dallas was getting mobbed. A lot of sweat, a lot of perspiration as we maneuver throughout the ballpark. But as far as the odor is concerned, was not an issue. Yeah, we reined it in with Mando. One swipe and you're good to go. This isn't your typical deodorant. It's clinical strength, 2 times better at controlling sweat than the standard. It controls both sweat and odor for 72 hours, and after just 12 hours, underarm sweat was reduced by 92%. This stuff works. It doesn't just mask the odor, it prevents it. 100% of study participants experience all day long odor protection. And unlike other deodorants loaded with chemicals, Mando only uses premium ingredients like gentle mandelic acid to keep you fresh and dry. Mando's new deodorant plus sweat control stick gives you double the protection you need. No more worrying about sweat stains or those embarrassing pit rings, just all day freshness and dryness. Comes with a solid deodorant stick for new customers, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. And as a special offer for BID listeners, new customers get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code. That would be BID at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide and free shipping. shopmando.com. Please support Baseball is Dead and tell them that we sent you. Mando's got you covered with the deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains and say hello to long-lasting freshness. The Cubbies are in. The aforementioned Cubbies, they're in. They will be dancing in October. This feels like a formality. I don't think that there was any there wasn't really any doubt coming into the season. There wasn't really any doubt over the summer. There was no June swoon. There was no, I mean, there were certainly some swoons with individual players. Their best players, really. I mean, PCA, the second half has not been kind to him. Kyle Tucker, the 1 month without a homer and then the fracture in the hand. So they've had their adversity. I can't sit here and say that they haven't faced adversity, but I don't think that there was a point where the Cubs were sweating it out to get to the postseason. Jayhay, in terms of the Cubs' postseason hopes, What do you feel when we look at the landscape of the National League? Where would you power rank the Cubs in terms of their chances to be a team that can go on a run here?
Power rank. I would place them behind the Brewers, and I would place them behind the Dodgers, and I would place them behind the Phillies. So fourth.
Okay.
I'd put them fourth.
So you've got the Dodgers, Phillies, and who ahead of them?
Brewers,
however, running into a little bit of an issue themselves.
Yeah, they've cooled off for sure.
Well, not only have they cooled off, but you just saw Jose Quintana hit the IL.
Yeah, for sure.
They found out that things have not gone the way that they would like to have seen for Trevor McGill and his return. So a couple pieces that, no question, you are going to need moving forward, even in the face of cooling off. That is not what you want to see as you start to creep into October. You lose a rotation piece, a potential rotation piece. You lose a guy that has been outstanding for you out of the pen. So yeah, that's a tough place to be.
Would you agree with Jayhay that you're going to place the Cubs fourth in terms of chances to shine in October?
I think I'm going to give yes. I mean,
why?
I'm not. What's that?
Why?
I think for a lot of the reasons that Jayhay laid out, I was actually just getting ready to say that I think I would maybe feel comfortable with slotting the Brewers in that spot, just having the conversation we're having right now. But I think that would be it.
Sorry. I just think it's interesting that I'll speak for myself, but I just feel like my greatest concern, or like the thing that I'm focused on when answering Jared's question, is actually the offensive concerns for the Cubs that I have. And I never would have thought that would have been the conversation in May or June of this year. I think Cade Horton, who we've obviously discussed and who is on, a generational run, is a wild, not a wild card, but like he's a conversation changer when it comes to what their pitching staff looks like what it could look like in October or how it could perform. But everything about the offense, and I'm not going to hammer the PCA stuff because it's not just about him, but including him and the total disappearance of Suzuki in the second half of the season, and the kind of uncertain status of Kyle Tucker and when he's coming back or what he might look like when he comes back, his availability for the playoff, like kind of all of that stuff. I just don't know what you're getting from this offense on a night-to-night basis. And this feels to me like a case where the Cubs are being asked more often than not in a postseason series, or more often than they would want to be, to outpitch their opponent. Because their offense is not showing up in the way that it was designed to show up. And I don't know that that's not something that makes me super comfortable with this team. And I also just don't know, like Horton's exciting. And I love, obviously his numbers are indisputable, but like, I think there are probably more questions overall about the people who are not Cade Horton than there were the last time we had this conversation, because like, I don't know exactly what's going on with Matthew Boyd, but like the Matthew Boyd performance train has fallen off the tracks. Like he had a 2.2 ERA through his first 20 starts and has been nothing like that same person since. I believe I don't have it off the top. I should have it, but it's like 5. His ERA is like 5 since then.
His last,
and he's pushing innings pitched limits that he hasn't reached recently and all that sort of stuff.
I was just looking at it, Jayhay. I think it's his last like 8 or 9 starts where it's an ERA of almost 6. Like here, let me. Yeah, it has been. I mean, I was like, yo, where did Matthew Boyd go in the potential? Like, I understand where he's at in the Cy Young conversation, but he was a part of it, and then it just went away. Yeah,
he was like games, 4th in the NL in ERA like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, and now it's over his last 8 games, 5.77 ERA, FIP in line with it, 4.75. So I mean, a run lower, but that's barrels and bad luck. Yeah, that is it's just not good.
I think, Jared, can I answer your question a different way? Yes. I know Dallas has got to go, so I'll make it fast.
Yeah,
but
I got one more thing for Dallas before he gets out of here.
Then why don't you do that?
Do your thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I think my takeaway on the NL right now, what I feel in my gut is that the Dodgers are peaking at the right time, and that a lot of the most important things that need to go right for them are starting to look exactly like they need to look. And I'm not saying they are going to win the World Series again, but I just feel like with what Dallas said about the Brewers, what we've just talked about with the Cubs, what we've established with the Phillies and their lack of Zach Wheeler, it feels like if in a month and a half from now we're having the conversation like, God damn it. Like we spent all this fucking time this season talking about all these things that could happen, and it's like, and here we are again because Snell and Glasnow and Ohtani fucking shoved all postseason. Yeah. It's like, yeah, okay, I guess so.
That's exactly what's happening. It's a Moses-esque parting of the sea right now for the Dodgers. This is here's your pathway to October.
Well, that was the one thing I wanted to talk to you about before you hit the bus, Dallas, to head to Fenway Park to lose your jersey bet.
Catch that series dub.
The recent report that the Dodgers are considering Shohei Ohtani helping as a reliever. Dave Roberts said, I know that we're going to be talking about it. I think the one thing you can say, though, is that we use him every 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 11 days in between his last start. So to think that now it's feasible for a guy that's just coming off what he's done last year or didn't do last year to then put him in a role that's very, very unique because he's very methodical, disciplined, routine-driven person. The pen is a completely opposite, right? You potentially could be taking on risk, and we've come this far, certainly with kid gloves and managing. So it's like the Dodgers are saying, we're considering using Shohei Ohtani out of the bullpen, but here's why that would be an awful idea. So why even float that they're considering it if you're hearing directly from Dave Roberts about why this would be a bad idea? And then, God forbid, they do use him out of the bullpen and he does re-injure himself. Well, now you have the team telling you before it even happened why it was a bad idea. And then it happened.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot there going on that you're kind of asking and making statements about, making them retort like. So we'll start here. Yes. Do we want to see Ohtani in that role? Yes. Why? Because we have sort of highlighted and I've talked about what that could unfold and look like, right? Locking it down on the mound, coming up and getting the big hit to walk it off. In the postseason, that would be fucking electric. I think the only thing cooler than that would be him dominating from start to finish in the ball game and it being so close that he's still in the game, not only as a pitcher, but the hitter, and then offensively wins the ball game for himself and the team. That'd be really sweet to watch too. But to the point that Doc made about the health and the future and what we're looking for, we locked up Shohei Ohtani to be a starting pitcher and the hitter that he is for as long as that can be a thing. But if we're talking about wins and losses in the postseason, if he's willing to explore that avenue and go down that road and be utilized in that fashion, then it's almost like the Dodgers have said, who are we to argue with this dude? If he wants to go out and perform this way in this role, we've given him the money. He's kind of given us the flexibility. So maybe we meet in the middle there and we allow Shohei to do what he thinks is best for our team as opposed to us telling him what he's going to do because we think it's the best for our team. But to run such a volatile arm out there and put him in a situation where playoffs, everybody knows, buddy. We all know this. You sleep in the offseason. You can rest in the offseason. Are you ready today? That is not a question that gets asked in October. It's just, how much can you give me? I expect you to give me something. How much can you give me? And there's a lot of volatility that comes along with that. And there's a lot of lack of being able to control the environment, I'll say. It's almost like you're throwing a guy into a situation where you can't control the temperature and he may cook. He may never even get warm. You just don't know. And that's a very, very tough spot to put a guy like Ohtani in who can impact the game in several different ways. It's just about how you feel the most comfortable deploying him, how he feels the most comfortable being deployed, and what makes the most sense, not only for right now in a championship run, but a window of championship runs. Boys, that's what they're thinking about.
It is a long-term commitment, isn't it? Yeah, he's going to be there for a while. All right, Dallas, you go ahead to the bus and have a jolly old day in the broadcast booth.
See you at Fenway Park, pal. Maybe I'll catch you another ball. You want one? Jay, you want a ball? Look, Allie want a ball? Catcher want. Anybody want a ball? Who wants a ball?
My family wouldn't hate a ball.
Yeah, give him a ball.
I'll catch a ball. Fuck it. I got nothing to do.
Catch Thanks, brother.
All right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Dallas. See ya. Fucking asshole that guy is. Yeah.
That's crazy. Whose foul ball was it again?
Romy Gonzalez.
Have you spoken with him about whether there was a conspiracy to kind of like defraud you on Section 10 night?
I warned Dallas because I think Dallas said he wanted to get that one signed by Romy. I was like, he doesn't come off as like a warm and fuzzy guy. He just doesn't. I've never seen him smile. Great hitter, good player, great hitter. But yeah, I don't know that he has ever laughed at a joke in his life. He just doesn't look like that kind of guy. Maybe I'm wrong, or it's just at least what I'm seeing.
It's tough. I'll take your word for it. I have no idea. But I feel like it's tough when your name ends in a Y, because I feel like you're assumed to be kind of like extra snuggly. Like, oh, it's not Rome.
Well, Romy.
It's not like Rome. It's Romy.
Yeah. Well, his name's actually Roman, but the Red Sox said you can't be Roman. We already have one.
Is that true?
No, but yes. His name is Roman.
But the second part is.
The second part, I don't think the Red Sox have the authority to tell him that he can't be Roman. Yeah.
Yeah. That feels like it would have been a story I would have already heard.
Yeah. Yeah, they're like, we're really trying to market this Roman Empire thing, and it's not going to work.
Yeah, you're getting in the way, quite frankly.
Yeah. Like we like you enough to keep you on the roster, but like we're gonna have to call you Romy or something like that.
You are. He's the Roman Empire. You are Romy Gonzalez. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Now, okay.
Yeah. Do you get it?
We hope you're okay with that, because we are, and that's what.
And we're gonna move forward with this. So much so that we've already put your name in the Red Sox media guide as Romy.
Yeah.
So
it's either Romy or Bill. Okay. So whatever you want.
Yeah. Good old Bill Gonzalez. Yeah. Oh boy. What a week. Jayhay. It's been a long one. But
almost there.
Yeah, no family feud. We do apologize. We didn't know what the hell was going on. We didn't know if we were going to be doing the podcast at Fenway. We didn't know if we were going to do Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. We didn't know if we were going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We didn't know if we were going to do all of the podcasts at Fenway. It ended up being none of them at Fenway. You will take none and you will enjoy it. So yeah, it's more so from like a logistics standpoint. If they give you the season credential like Dallas has, you can walk into the park whenever you want. But for peasants like me and Jayhay, we need to apply for a series or an individual game. And then for that, you can't get in until like 3 p.m. For like a 7 o'clock game. So it like timing, it just wouldn't have worked. Like we wouldn't have had like the space to do it. If we could have gotten in like early in the morning, then we could have done it. But yeah, the rules are the rules, and we got to follow them sometimes.
Just one of the many lessons on the journey, as baseball content creators. We'll know that for next time. Next time we have ideas about recording in a ballpark, we will do it differently, I guess.
Yeah.
Or just not say that we're going to do it.
Yeah. I don't think we fully committed to it. We were like, we wanted to do this.
No, we definitely did not. No.
Yeah. No. Had the idea, just didn't come to fruition. But something that is coming to fruition is Mr. Kendrick, Bob Kendrick, making his second appearance on this podcast.
Yeah.
Is that Monday? Wednesday?
I thought it was the 25th, which is a week from today. That's Thursday.
So neither.
It was neither of the days that you picked. Nope. It would have been the third option.
So it's Thursday
that you went with. Yeah.
Honestly,
not a good omen for Family Feud that you had 3 days to choose from and you didn't get it.
Bob Kendrick
you actually
subbing in for Family Feud would be something.
Well, it would be something. It would be a very different vibe, I feel like, than Passan subbing in for Family Feud.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean it wouldn't be good. I don't have the stones to ask Mr. Kendrick if he wants to participate in Family Feud.
Yeah,
Maybe that's one where we just do the interview and we do a separate Family Feud.
Sure.
Or, maybe we continue the idea of having a guest feuder on and we try to find somebody else. There's no rule that says we can't have a robust Bob Kendrick interview and then somebody pop on to do a guest feud.
That's true. Who do you want? Who comes to mind? I think.
This is the least.
Eduardo Perez
answer.
was the first name that came to mind. I feel like he would be very good with Family Feud if he were teaming with Dallas.
I think that's a great answer. I mean, my default on this is pretty much always Timmy Kirchin, because he's like great at anything like this. So plus he's got a great brain, so you would potentially be getting some rock solid answers as well. But Eduardo has a perfect personality for feud. Yeah, maybe we can reach out. I feel like he owes us a podcast appearance, actually, doesn't he?
I agree. I don't think I think every time Eduardo's been on the pod, I'm pretty sure it's just me calling him on the soundboard. I don't know that he's done like an actual scheduled sit down.
Yeah, which is, I think it's time.
Yeah, I agree. I just saw him. When was that? Over the weekend? When was he? Oh, Sunday Night Baseball. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah. He's the mayor, man. He's friends with everybody. But it is noteworthy that he might be the last if he's never appeared as a just scheduled normal guest, which I would have to check. I wonder if that exists, if that's true during the starting 9 days as well. But if that's true, he has to be one of the last remaining people, like media members, that all three of us have an actual relationship with that hasn't done that.
Yeah. I think maybe there's a chance that he was on starting 9, but again, like you've got to be on video for it to count. Like he might have done a phoner in 2017 or 18, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably. I'm gonna look. Come on.
Yeah. What do you make of the Buster Olney versus Jomboy beef? It feels very odd and one-sided.
So I dipped my toe into it.
Yeah.
My exposure to it was John Boy's video saying Buster Olney's mad at me or whatever. And I did not click on the video, but I then did pursue the answer kind of around it. I'm a little confused, I think. So it's Buster and Eduardo reported that Chapman told them or otherwise communicated that he has never attempted to locate a fastball in his career. And John Boy pushing back on that being a real thing, and then asking Aaron Boone whether he thought it was a real thing, and Boone kind of chuckling and saying, no, I don't think that's probably real. And then Buster, on behalf of him and Eduardo, getting pissed and saying that it is real. Here's what Chapman said, and you owe a level of accountability because you're saying it's bullshit. Do I actually have it?
That's pretty much it. Yeah. Like it was very lighthearted when Jimmy was interviewing Booney, who I did get to catch up with on Sunday. But very lighthearted, being like, that's not real, right? And they're like, yeah, probably not. And it wasn't like scathing coming after Buster, being like, this is ridiculous reporting, and of course he's located his fastball. It was more just like, it doesn't seem real, right? And I guess Buster, I mean, I don't listen to the podcast, but I guess he's just been going at them for days, cannot keep his shit together on this subject. And anytime it comes up, he's just boiling. And then poor Jimmy's just like, I like Buster, like we talk about, I forget what it is, like the like movies or some shit. I don't know. Like they have like a mutual interest away from baseball that they like, would talk about or whatever. He's like, I want to talk to him about so-and-so and this and that. And I don't know. It's weird that Buster's mad at me. And I didn't mean to make him mad at me. That's not what I want to do. Like credit to Jimmy. I've never handled a situation like that ever. Like I just, if someone is coming at me, I just see red and I'm like, well, now I'm going to come at you like even worse. Like I'm going to make this situation escalate immensely just because you fired the first shot. But yeah, it seems like Jimmy wants no part of it. He seems very confused why Buster is so mad and why he has been so, I guess, repetitive and persistent in his, I guess, retort to the Booney interview, but yeah, either way, it's a weird scene.
Yeah, I certainly social media reaction is not the end all be all, but I'm just kind of catching up on some of the specifics here. You know, you saying that he's been tweeting or talking about it on the pod. I went back and found the tweet from the September 15th pod where he tags Jomboy and refers to him being accountable in the podcast. I mean, 252 replies and 57 likes is just generally bad business. And a subsequent follow-up has 103 replies to 4 likes. So at this point, it's almost beside the fact of whether you're correct or not. And I understand that Buster is an old school journalist raised in a different era than exists now. And that doesn't mean that he can't and doesn't fit in this era, but that he's coming at it from a different perspective than Jimmy Jomboy is. But it does feel like almost like a Streisand effect here where you're like, to your point, you are drawing way more attention to this than is worth being correct about it. And it doesn't seem like it's a case where, you know, it's probably safe to say that Jomboy's audience is bigger than Buster's, I think, at this point, or is more active, maybe. But it doesn't feel like a case where Buster would benefit from, you know, the classic, like, oh, he's going to draft off of this different audience or whatever. This just feels like it's not doing a lot for him personally and his brand. And that's tough to see because it feels just like a really silly thing. It's not reporting on the Astros scandal from 2017. You know what I mean? Like it's not a game changer. It's just kind of like an anecdote, and that you're digging in the heels on this feels, I don't know, maybe not strange given the people involved, but probably unwise.
Unwise is a great word to use here. Like, I feel like ESPN executives can't be pumped that Buster is alienating a big part of what their target audience is. Like, of course, like if you're ESPN, they already have said, like, we don't really care that much about baseball. And now you have a podcast for the network, and you're going after one of the most popular faces in the content creation space for the sport. Like, I don't know what the Baseball Tonight podcast numbers look like, but I just know where we are on the charts all the time. And I don't see them often up there. So it's like, if you're not hovering around the top 5 often and you're going after Jimmy, if I were the executives up over there, I'd be like, maybe don't do that, Buster. Like, that's not the best choice.
I just, I think it's just not worth it in the end. It's just not a topic that really matters. And I don't think that there's anything to be gained by continuing to dig in. And
For
I think
either
you've
of
said
them.
as much. Yeah, for either of them. And I haven't really paid attention to Jomboy's side, so I'll take your word for it that he has no interest in this other than kind of posting the video because it became inevitable. In a sense. And now, you know, there's like an element of this where Boone's in a weird spot now because, you know, he has a professional and a personal relationship with Buster, long-standing relationship. He has at least a professional relationship with Jimmy, if not a personal one as well at this point. And, you know, he's kind of being depicted as having said both things to both people. And that, I don't know if that's true or not. Maybe he did kind of just tell each person what they wanted to hear in a sense. And, you know, his response to Jimmy's question was lighthearted. It did seem like, you know, he kind of laughed it off. And we don't know what the nature of his conversation was with Buster because Buster just said it was a private conversation evidently, but, you know, that's kind of an aside, but, you know, and if I was Boone, fuck, I'm managing the New York Yankees. Like yeah. What do you want to hear? Yes. What do you want to hear? Yes. Great. We done with this? Because I don't give a shit. He's not even on my fucking team right now. Like, he plays for the rival. Like, I don't fucking care. Yeah. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. No. Whatever. It's just weird. He's like a real life manager. It's not like he's like a retired guy that they asked his opinion on. He's managing a team right now.
Correct.
I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, I know he's got to do media, and it's probably no big deal. I just thought it was like, yeah, okay. Well, Boone said this. No, Boone said that.
Yeah. I just think that media beefs are always intriguing to me. I always get a kick out of them, whether I'm in them or not.
I like taking shots. Like I'm not going to pretend like I'm above, quote tweeting or coming at somebody and, in mostly a lighthearted baseball way, but like, I haven't gotten run off the platform for any of those attempts yet, or ratioed to hell. So, sometimes you just got to learn your lessons, I guess.
Sure. I'm ready to learn some lessons with some award-winning Nugs. I know that.
Let's do it. We'll start off easy. Gunnar Henderson is the youngest Orioles player with 3 stolen bases in a game since Luis Matos on July 30th, 2000. So 25 years. Matt Olson, who is just riding high coming off of the Baines meter induction, is hitting .388 with a 1282 OPS, 9 homers, and 20 RBI over his last 21 games. And even tighter, he's hitting .500 with a 1732 OPS, 5 homers, and 11 RBI over his last 6 games. If you look at the highest OPS over any 6-game span this season in at least 29 plate appearances, that 1.732 that Olson is on currently is the 4th highest. I bet you could guess if you wanted to the 3 players who have had stretches that are quote unquote hotter than that, but I'm not going to make you do it. I'm just going to tell you it's Juan Soto, 1.811 from August 30th to September 5th. Shohei Ohtani, 1.768 from August 6th to August 12th. And your boy, Nick Kurtz, from August 15th to August 21st, when he posted a 1.762 OPS. So, absolutely cooking at the moment right now. Pete Crow Armstrong, it's been mostly negative of late, but yesterday was a positive because in the day game that the Cubs had, 12:35 start, he became the first NL center fielder to produce 70 or more extra base hits in his age 23 season or younger since Andrew Jones in 2000. So 25 years ago again. And the full list of NL center fielders age 23 or younger with 70 or more extra base hits in a single season. It's obviously Jones and Pete Crow Armstrong. Jones actually did it 2 years prior as well in 1998. He did it twice. He's the only person to do it twice. Vada Pinson in 1959, Willie Mays in 1954, Duke Snider in 1950, and Pete Reisler in 1941. Incredibly tight list there that PCA now finds himself on. Continuing on, Justin Verlander, another, again, I think it was you and me that talked about wanting to see him in the postseason, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Which led to a Ben Verlander phone call.
Yep, that's right, that he didn't pick up,
No.
Which is, that's a loss of engagement for his podcast, but
I agree.
that's something he has to worry about, not me. But what Justin Verlander's worrying about right now, just shutting shit down because he's not going to be in the postseason, unfortunately. But he's riding out the season in tremendous fashion. And in my opinion, giving some hope to the idea that he might return next season if he wants. He's the 3rd pitcher in his age 42 season or older to have a 4-start stretch featuring no more than 1 run allowed in MLB history. That's in at least 25 innings pitched. Those 3 pitchers are Verlander, obviously right now from August 31st to September 17th, Bartolo Colon from August to September of 2015, and Roger Clemens from April 8th to 23rd of 2005. So tip of the cap to Verlander on keeping it going here at this age. I alluded to it earlier, but the Dodgers rotation seems to be clicking at exactly the right time. Dodgers left-handed pitchers to have starts with 12 or more strikeouts and 0 runs since their move to LA as a franchise. Blake Snell did it last night. He's just the 4th Dodgers left-hander to do it in that time period. Clayton Kershaw has done it 10 times. Sandy Koufax did it 13 times. And Fernando Valenzuela did it once in the 1984 season. So Snell joins that list. Corbin Carroll is the 3rd player in the last 30 years to have at least 40 triples and he had another triple last night, and 100 stolen bases across his age 22 to 24 seasons, along with Jose Reyes in 2005 to 7 and Carl Crawford from 2004 to 06. Crawford and Reyes over that span combined for 82 homers. Corbin Carroll has 77 homers just himself. And lastly, your boy Aaron Judge, he didn't cross any sort of real threshold necessarily, but he did do something that I found interesting. He's now up to 34.8 wins above replacement across his age 30 to 33 seasons, which spans 22 to 25. So still ongoing. That is tied now exactly at 34.8 with Jackie Robinson for the sixth most by any batter across those ages in MLB history. The only batters with more wins above replacement per Baseball Reference across age 30 to 33 are Willie Mays from 61 to 64, Babe Ruth from 1925 to 28, Honus Wagner from 1904 to 1907, Lou Gehrig from 33 to 36, and Joe Morgan, a peak oft overlooked, 1974 to 77. That is it. So presumably Judge will actually pass Jackie Robinson maybe today, if not over the weekend, and actually could pass Joe Morgan and Lou Gehrig over the remainder of this season, depending on how the rest of the season goes. So we are looking at, in terms of 4-year peaks, one of the just greatest, whether you're looking at offense only, obviously we've covered that with Aaron Judge, but in terms of overall production as measured by wins above replacement, one of the greatest 4-year runs that baseball has ever produced. And those are the Nugs.
Thank you, Jayhay.
You're welcome.
Did you say Bonds?
I did not say Bonds. Age 30 to 33, though.
I know. I feel like that was still part of the... I mean, his peak was...
Well, yeah. In fairness, you're right.
Hard to find where his peak was.
So to provide a specific answer to that, Barry Bonds, age 30 to 33, quote unquote, only produced 33.4 wins above replacement. So 1.4 WAR less than where Aaron Judge is at right now.
Got it.
Still a lot, though. If you're looking at the top list, so I stopped at Aaron Judge and Jackie Robinson. If you continue going, it's Rogers Hornsby, then Barry Bonds.
Got it.
And obviously Bonds would go on to have 4-year runs that were even better than that.
Yeah. Yeah. Who was it? Logan Webb was on Mookie Betts' podcast saying that like Barry's in the Giants clubhouse every day. And he's like, he still hates pitchers. Like I'll ask him for tips and like he won't tell me anything. Even in his 60s, he's like, I'm not telling you shit. You're a pitcher. And he's like, Barry could roll out there today and still hit 300, which I don't know that that's true. But like, I think if they were a team that had to give him as like, 4 plate appearances a day for 162, barring health, like, what do you think he hits? 227?
It's so funny to think about what a 60-year-old. First of all, it's crazy to think of Barry Bonds as a 60-year-old man, right?
Yeah.
Like, that alone is like
he's in phenomenal shape,
sobering. Yeah, but the idea of trotting out a 60-year-old man for 4 plate appearances a game, I think actually I would take. So I think the batting average, I don't think he would approach anything resembling 300 at this age. I think he's completely crazy for thinking that. Not that it's surprising that he would think that of himself. What I'm more curious about
Logan Webb said that.
I think Logan Webb's insane. Barry Bonds wasn't even hitting 300 at the end of his actual career.
Right. That's why 40. I said, yeah. But I mean, he's getting on base at what, like a fucking 460 clip?
So that's what's so interesting to me is like, what would his on base percentage be? Like, what would his like probably greatest of all time batting eye produce if his threat when he swung the bat was that of a 60-year-old? With what regularity can a 60-year-old hit a 95-mile-an-hour pitch out of the infield? I don't fucking know the answer to that question because I've never really seen a 60-year-old hit a 95-mile-an-hour pitch. But like, he's obviously would face faster than that. But let's just work with 95 because I think that's like league average at this point. Like, what is a 61-year-old man doing with 95 miles an hour? Let alone all the assortment of stuff that the way pitching works now that it did not work in 2007 when Barry Bonds was 42 years old and in his last season, because it's definitely different.
If Barry Bonds, if a team had to use him at DH every day, I don't think he would hit 0 home runs, and
No,
I don't
either.
think that he would hit below 200.
I think I do. I think I do. I think the sport is too hard, and I think 60 is too old.
I just
He
think
was
that
at 276 in his last season. I just feel like that was 18 years ago. That was like the whole career of some players that we consider
you don't
our
think
whole
he could
lives.
hit. You don't think he could hit 207.
I don't. I'm more curious whether his on-base percentage would be anything resembling acceptable. Because I think the oomph that you're going to get at 60 years old when because like the whole idea of Barry Bonds as an on-base threat was also that you can't throw it in the strike zone because he's still a threat to take your yard. He had a 565 slugging percentage in his last season. He had 28 homers in 477 plate appearances as a 42-year-old. I'm just concerned that once people realize that they can throw it down the dick and he can't do anything with it because he's 61 years old, that on-base percentage threat crumbles along with everything else, because he can pop the ball over the second baseman's head, or like give you deep fly balls, but those aren't worth anything because they don't leave the park anymore. And he's not beating out any ground balls. He might be being thrown out from the outfield on some of these things. Like,
I think you're underestimating what good a shape he's in. This dude,
maybe
he's a cyclist now.
Maybe I am underestimating how good a shape he's in. Maybe I am. I just, I don't have proof of concept of a 60-year-old doing any damage with a baseball. So
this is Barry Bonds we're talking about.
I get it. And he would be the one, if you had to pick anybody for the reasons of his playing career and what you're saying about the shape that he's in, to be the one to do it. I would be wholly skeptical of anyone else that we're even entertaining. The conversation is a tribute to Barry Bonds, not a denial of his greatness.
Yeah, he is
60, bro, dude. 60.
That's
60. Like older than Warren Spahn was, or sorry, not Warren Spahn.
Willie Mays?
No. I mean, it is older than Warren Spahn was. Geez, Satchel Paige. I don't know why it took me so long for that to come back to me. Probably should go get a checkup. But but like that's older than Satchel Paige was when he was doing his, comeback tour in the 1940s and stuff like that, as its own kind of act and all of that stuff. And that's still held as this incredible feat. And that was when the game was at the level that we know it was at that point. Like, I think baseball has advanced way too fast in terms of velocity. And like, think about how, we're really getting into it now, but like, if Barry Bonds was taking enough plate appearances to develop tendencies that they could analyze all over again, think of the ways that would be exploited at 61 years old. Like, if they found a hole that didn't exist on previous Barry Bonds because he's 61 years old, that's just getting pounded. Can a 61-year-old make a fucking adjustments?
I think Barry could.
You're talking about 4 plate appearances over 162. That was your hypothetical. I think he's getting exposed over 162. I don't think that's getting any better for him. He's also getting tired. You say he's a cyclist. Buddy, 162. It's unlike anything else. You know that.
It's a grind.
It's a grind. Podcasting for 162 is a grind.
How many games do you think it would take for him to hit a homer?
10, a dozen. I don't think it would take that long.
Right. That's fair.
I think the homer would
fair.
come. I just don't think there would be much happening around the occasional run into one.
Got it. All right. You have any final thoughts, Jayhay?
Nope. Proud of you for last night. Congratulations on another Section 10 night. That's incredibly cool. to do a podcast and to have the team. I've said this before, and I've said it to you privately, but to have a podcast that covers your childhood team and that you've spent your life dedicated to covering and promoting and enhancing and glorifying and all of the good stuff, for them to have a night honoring your podcast is, more or less as cool as it would get, I think, as a content creator. So tip of the cap to you and everybody involved with that. And yeah, I hope you had a good time.
Thank you, Jayhay. Appreciate
Yep.
that. It's a great time. I had a great time. All right. I hope everyone enjoys their weekend of baseball, and we'll be back on Monday to break it all down for you, as October is right around the corner. Well, the end of September is right around the corner. Game 1 of the wild card,
Mr.
is
September,
in September. So the postseason looms. We are by the next time we talk, many, if not every team, will have single-digit games remaining on their schedules.
That's it's sobering. I'm ready for postseason baseball. Also feels like it went by too quickly, another season.
I agree. Like it feels like it's been a full season, but it doesn't feel like it should be like there's 10 games left.
No, once we started getting those eliminated and clinched graphics throwing up, and
I wasn't ready.
The Cubs yesterday clinching, I was like, I don't. Sometimes when you're deep in the weeds, like we are every day, blessed to cover the sport, this stuff can creep up on you, and another one in the books almost.
Yep. All right. Thank you guys, and we'll see you on Monday.
We go.